I'm sorry, guys. I just can't stop myself. I gotta play devil's advocate here, and I gotta tell you that this whole thing about Paul Logan is ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. I mean, it obviously is ridiculous. Not only is his video ridiculous, but the reactions to his videos are even worse. But this video here is only tangentially related to the Paul. I mean, obviously he's the worst YouTuber of all time, and, well, it might even be illegal to upload footage of a dead body to YouTube, but people were saying that his biggest crime was disrespecting the dead, and, you know, to be that guy, you know, it's not all dead, right? He's not disrespecting all the dead when he's disrespecting one person who killed themselves, because, I mean, that alone is disrespecting all dead, to say that all dead are the same as this one guy who killed himself, don't you think? Not all, guys. So anyways, the question in my mind is, how much respect does a suicide command? That's the real question. And apparently Japan might have a vastly different answer here than other countries, because Japan has this crazy culture where you either succeed or you kill yourself. Or at least that's what you'd think if you'd watch only anime, because how many times have you seen a samurai who kills themselves just because they failed their task, and the only way to redeem their honor is to kill themselves? Isn't that the dumbest thing ever? It's like, no, that's even worse. You failed and then you killed yourself. It's like, no. It's like the ultimate dishonor is to kill yourself. But let's think. What's to be gained by defending someone who killed themselves? I mean, the person who's killed themselves, they're gone, just like anyone who's gone when they die. But then you've got this corpse, and this corpse is evidence of the cowardly act of suicide. And then you say, respect the corpse. It is not allowed to laugh near this corpse. This corpse demands the highest respect, for this man has killed himself. I mean, you don't know. I guess it could be a murder disguised as suicide. But if we know that it's a... I guess you never know if it's a suicide, huh? I suppose that's interesting too. I mean, if you know... Well, I guess if you've seen him kill himself, then you know it's a suicide. So basically, you've got this evidence of a suicide, aka this suicide corpse, and you're supposed to respect it. So what does that message send? If you respect someone who's killed themselves, does that make suicide a respectable thing to do? To respect someone's decision to kill themselves? Is that the message that we want to send to the children? Is that it's okay to kill yourself? No, it's not okay to kill yourself. And why? Why would you respect someone who kills themselves? They clearly didn't respect themselves, because they thought the world would be better off without them. They thought they would be better off not existing. And they didn't even care about the loved ones that are left behind, and they've got this sorrow of knowing this person who's killed themselves, and maybe they could have helped, maybe they've even caused it, maybe they should have treated him better. No. Let's not even go there. Let's not think what we could have done better. It's obviously, in this rhetorical scenario here, it's the person who killed themselves who's at fault here. So, is it then right to respect this act of suicide that maybe even breaks the hearts of all the loved ones? Is that alright then? I mean, I guess it depends if you believe if there's an afterlife. I mean, if you do, you probably think that he's not going to heaven, according to the Bible. Because if the Bible would say that you can just kill yourself and you go to heaven, but if you stay alive, you might go to hell because you may have sinned. So obviously, suicide can't be rewarded by going to heaven in the Bible. So the Bible knows not to respect suicide. So why do other people think that suicide needs to be respected? Why do people think that suicide is this thing that's beyond reproach? So obviously what Logan Paul was illegal. I'm pretty sure actually it's illegal, because otherwise we'd have all kinds of compilations of people dying on YouTube, which we don't. So obviously it's illegal to have dead people on YouTube. Sorry for not realizing this sooner. So obviously he's illegal, and fuck him. And he's also really terrible at comedy, and I guess I just want to vomit when I see him. But that's beyond the point, because obviously his audience likes him, so they probably don't hate his face as much as I do. So what is this message sent to his audience? Even though obviously it was deleted and it's wrong. But what's the moral of this message? Is it that suicide is to be encouraged? I would think not, because if I were to kill myself and then I have this disgusting creature, Logan Paul, having a fucking laughing fit, that would be even worse than the ultimate disrespect. That would surely stop me from wanting to kill myself if this would be what would happen after the fact. Just imagine what would happen if you if this is how you're remembered, by being by this idiot laughing at you. So does he encourage suicide? I think not. You know who's got an unhealthy view about suicide? Well, I already said this at the start. I know I just really well structured this video. But Japan, they've got a really unhealthy suicide culture. You know, they're like in the top 30 of countries with the highest suicide rates, and all the other countries that are before them are countries with really bad economic situations. But Japan, I guess they're doing all right economically, so they don't have the problem where they have to kill themselves to spare themselves starving to death. So they've just got these honor-inspired suicides, in my opinion. So, I mean, it's no wonder that they'd have a fucking suicide forest, is it? If they admire all these honorable deaths of samurai who failed and then they killed themselves, or they did a crime and then they are allowed to kill themselves instead of being executed. My God, no wonder that they'd have a suicide forest. You see, this is what's really unhealthy about suicide. It's not this idiot making a video about it. It's the way it's treated in the culture. The way it's treated in any culture, where you're not allowed to disrespect the people who kill themselves. Oh, look at them, they've killed themselves. Now we're not allowed to speak ill of them anymore because now they've ascended. Haha, they're really beyond reproach now. Let's not speak of their sins. Let's just remember them fondly, even though they've killed themselves and fucked all their loved ones over. Let's respect the dead. So you may wonder what this is about, this video. Why am I playing Dark Souls? Oh, it's a forest full of ghosts. Isn't that fucking brilliant? It's Dark Souls 2, the worst of all the Dark Souls, by the way. And there's this forest with ghosts in it. And it's a Japanese game. It's the Suicide Forest. Oh no! What have you done, Dark Souls? What have you done, Japan? You've gone too far. It's everywhere. There's suicide forests everywhere in Japan. Oh, I didn't make the Let's Play video. I put the link in the description to the channel that's from. He apparently does audio. He's talking about the game and playing it. No idea, I didn't watch it. I just looked at the footage. Yep, that's it. Suicide Forest. Yeah, not my footage.